Hello and welcome to A Slice of Pie. This is our weekly news-ish show, and most of the time is the one video if I have no other videos in the pipeline. And I hate to say it, but I have been a very lazy YouTuber. I have been very distracted. Well, not really distracted. I needed to relax for a week because work has been nuts and I didn't have my boosted board, so I was literally biking to work. But that's no longer a problem because our first bit of YouTube channel news is Boosty's back. So I took it out for a test ride. Everything's good. And it is a lot quieter than it was when I sent it in. So they actually found a lot of problems that they fixed. So good on you, boosted board. I know for you guys, it has literally been a couple days, but it has been a week to, well, it's been close to, it's been like 2.5 weeks. So yeah, boosted board's back, which is awesome. So I have that again. I didn't do the video transitions like I planned to, again, because I needed to take some personal time to relax. You can still see bags under my eyes, and that's because I am terrible. And I decided to entirely binge watch an anime series, all 18 episodes of it, and also that was the day that I worked. So, sleep? What is sleep? I'm gonna edit this video and maybe I'll experience sleep, but I doubt it because of the other reason I got distracted. Actually, well, this is why I didn't sleep last night, to be completely honest. I've got a PS4 now. I have a PS4 now. If there's any PS4 games, any PS4 exclusives that you can't play on the PC or the Switch that you want me to play, let me know because I am interested in seeing how it works. I'm sure it's pretty straightforward, and I believe my capture card itself is rated for it. So yeah, let me know if there's anything on that, but I will definitely be distracted by that after this video goes live. But without further ado, let's talk about some game news. So we do have a little bit in the game news spectrum. This one's a weird one we're going to start with, and it is Xbox Live potentially on the Switch. Now, Microsoft is going to be talking about this in a press conference, supposedly. It was on the agenda, people screenshotted it, and it's an interesting concept. Now, how far this goes, I don't know. Is this literally just Xbox Live services being run on the Switch? Is this Nintendo folding and allowing Xbox Live to be sort of the voice chat and communications of the Switch? Or is this a sign of a bigger partnership with Nintendo and that we might actually see things like the gold game services, or more interesting like the retro services that Xbox Game Pass, that's what it was. Things like that possibly running through the cloud computing thing that Microsoft is talking about. We have had a game, Resident Evil 7 or 6. It's the most recent Resident Evil game that's not the remakes. Actually can run on the Switch through computing, like doing server streaming. So it's not out of the question that Nintendo is capable of doing this. And if Microsoft is willing to, well, we could easily see an Xbox service like this, and that would be kind of interesting. It would render the PS4 that I just bought pretty useless, but point is, depending on how this actually pans out, this could be a really cool thing or a really nothing thing. The dude who made the Witcher books is actually slightly disappointed with the cut he got. He didn't know how much money CD Projekt Red was going to get from it, and he feels like he was gypped. Now, that being said, nobody knew at the time how much this was going to make. Video games, especially the Witcher games, they started in earnest. Like the original game, the original Witcher, which I have played, wasn't that big. Witcher 2 was where it started to really pick up, and then Witcher 3 is when it went crazy. So honestly, I don't think anybody could have predicted that. And I think CD Projekt Red said they understand how he feels and they're going to negotiate with him further for the next games if there ever is one, or maybe even on a better cut, just because they did make a lot out of the Witcher series. Apex Legends literally came out of nowhere this week. It is a Titanfall style battle royale done by Respawn Entertainment, which are the guys who make Titanfall. No advertisement, nothing, just drop, here it is, bam. And people are loving it. It's apparently running much better than PUBG, which isn't hard to do. And it's got that very, very action-y Respawn Entertainment gameplay. No Titans, but at the same time, it's pretty cool. But speaking of EA, they are claiming they are underperforming. Now, EA, you're capable of making good games, but many of us in the gaming community are pretty sick of your shit. Like, how long are you going to be able to last on FIFA Ultimate Team? Like, I know part of the reason you're underperforming is because you can't microtransaction to hell anymore. And I know Activision's just as bad at times, but let's face it, EA, you're the one who made Belgium ban loot boxes. So maybe this is just coming from an indie dev who knows nothing about financing. Maybe you should do what Ubisoft does. And what they're doing is they make small projects and large projects. They split their workloads so that the small projects help fund the larger projects. Things like The Division are what's considered a larger project. Things like Rayman Legends was considered a small project. Doing that instead of having to have super large, super massive AAA games that sell quadrillions of copies to gamers that don't exist might be a little bit more profitable. If profit is what you're worried about, and not just the fact that you really want to maximize your profit margins to like 300% or something stupid. So, EA, you wouldn't be underperforming if you wanted to perform. Yeah. Just take the loot boxes out and you might actually be able to get something. Tech news! Okay, that was dark for a moment. I don't normally go that dark. So, we actually only have really two stories in the tech news department. AMD's Radeon 7 has launched. We've got numbers, we've got stuff, and big things. Two big things. One, you can't even get one right now. Like, at all. Two, they are as powerful as a 2080 with an asterisk. And that asterisk is, right now the drivers are flawed because they were media drivers and they're not actually the official driver. I'm sure, watch, and dead serious on this, just wait a month. The drivers are gonna be fine after that. Granted, you can't get one anyway because apparently the supply was really low. Also, it pretty much is performing exactly how I thought it would. And I think how a lot of people thought it would. Depending on who you watch, this is either a great card that's great for gamers, or a meh card that just doesn't have the extra features that the video cards do. That being said, if AMD can get the demand, like the price to what they're saying it is, it will still be cheaper than a 2080 because the 2080 is actually more expensive than they claim it is. And then finally, Intel, what are you doing? This is the first time I've ever actually said Intel, what are you doing, I think. So, the non-APU versions or non-graphics enabled versions of their CPUs are more expensive than the ones with the onboard graphics. And even worse, some of them might be soldered, some of them might. You wouldn't know unless you try to delit it. The soldered ones, of course, will perform better and out of the box, but the delidded ones can overclock even heavier than the soldered ones. Intel, what are you doing? Seriously, Like, I get that disabling the APU core would make it so that I could overclock a little bit higher, but is that really all you're charging people for? Like, God, this whole thing is just stupid. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to actually try to get content together this week, but first things first, I need to edit this video and actually get it up on time. So, thank you guys again. Wolfie out.